So in case you all didn't hear, Tesla unveiled their new Tesla Roadster supercar this morning. And I have to say, it's pretty insane. So in case you all didn't hear, the new Tesla Roadster has a 1.90 to 60 and a 250 plus mile per hour top speed, and also has a range of 600 plus miles. The Tesla Roadster is supposed to be able to do the quarter mile in 8.9 seconds. So just how quick is this in the quarter mile? Well, the top quarter mile speed for a Dodge Demon is 9.65 seconds, and Guitarmageddon's 1,000 horsepower Camaro runs about a 9.4. With that being said, we need to talk about a few things. So as I'm making this video, the car is supposed to release in 2020, so that's about 2 years from now. And all of these numbers are just blowing people's mind. Anyone right now, from car enthusiasts to tech enthusiasts to the common person, is hearing about this car that was released overnight just out of nowhere. So Tesla was doing a reveal of their new semi-trucks that are going to be launching in a year or two, and them themselves were very impressive with the stats and, you know, some of the data they released with those. But then at the end, Tesla decided to open up one of the semis, and out popped a Tesla Roadster. Now, of all these numbers I stated earlier, the 0 to 60, the mile per hour, the fuel range, and the quarter mile time, there is one number that sticks out to me more than the rest. Now, this is the top speed, and if you all aren't familiar with electric cars, all of Tesla's previous models had a single gear because there wasn't a need for more. So therefore, you know, their cars were ridiculously fast. You could launch them like crazy. They'd post good 1/8 and quarter mile drag strip times, but they were very limited on top end to around 160 miles per hour, if I'm not mistaken. Because when you have an electric car, it has so much torque and it's instant that you don't have a need for gears, but you end up suffering on the top end. So this 250 plus mile per hour top speed that they're boasting for the new Tesla car is just mind-boggling to me. Now, I'm not an engineer, I never claimed to be, but in my eyes, 250 miles per hour on a single gear seems relatively impossible. So what I'm thinking is Tesla maybe adopted some sort of transmission with different gearing ratios, or possibly something completely new on its own. Maybe it's some kind of 2-speed setup, but 250 miles per hour is a crazy speed to only have one gear. So yes, this is pure skeptics, but until the car comes out, that's all that really makes sense to me at the moment. So now let's talk about the quarter mile time. So in some of the older Tesla cars, they posted insane 60 foots and 1/8 mile times, but started to dip off at the quarter mile segment. There's even a channel called Tesla Racing Channel who I love watching his videos, trolling some of these, you know, big muscle car guys that, you know, either spray nitrous or run turbos. And in the 1/8 mile, he is extremely successful. He can, you know, beat most cars out there, especially in a no prep situation that, you know, aren't crazy over the top cars. But in the quarter mile times, it slows down by quite a bit. And the reason being is, like I said, because the top speed is so low on the cars for the amount of power they produce, because they only use a single gear. That being said, 8.8 seconds is a damn fast time. Like I stated earlier, the new Dodge Demon, you know, they were all crazy about their front wheels coming off the ground, which is pretty cool. And that car is geared specifically for the quarter mile. That's why it has a top speed of around 170, I believe. And that car, as heavy as it is, puts down a very impressive 9.65 seconds from the factory. But that's still no match, you know, for the new Tesla as per the numbers that they released. And you can see, like, the Tesla in this clip I'm about to show you just takes off like a damn rocket.
Head restraint.
Yes,
3,
sir.
2, 1.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. Woo!
So yes, 8.8 seconds is crazy fast for a quarter mile. Now probably the second most fascinating thing about this car is I was reading some of the numbers and stuff this morning, and I was like, oh well, that's quick, I bet it's going to have shit fuel range, or not fuel range, but just range in general, electricity range, whatever you want to call it. Basically, how many miles per Benjamin Franklin's this son of a bitch gets. And I forget the exact number, but it's around the 600 mark. It's north of 600 miles pure charge, which is absolutely insane. So to go 600 plus miles in my Challenger, which isn't the most economic, I know that, it would cost me roughly $90 to $100 and 2 fill-ups. And during those 2 fill-ups, I would have to find a place to pull off at and obviously get gas, and depending on gas prices, it could vary and all this stuff. And I would probably end up spending between a half an hour and 45 minutes. I'd say closer to a half an hour just getting off the interstate and then getting back on to get gas and then pay for it. So if you switch over to the Tesla Roadster and they claim 600 miles pure full charge plus, then you need to pull over one time. And I'm not too keen on Teslas, but I believe their fast charging stations completely charge the car in about a half hour to 45 minutes. So in the time I could fill up my car twice, you could fill up a Tesla once and be back on your way to wherever you need to go. So what does the Tesla mean for the automotive? God damn! Fucking bumpy enough, ain't it? So what does the Tesla... God damn it, fucking potholes. God damn, if you drive straight in West Virginia, the cops are sure gonna know you're fucking drunk, because you're not swerving to miss all the damn potholes. So what does the Tesla Roadster mean for the auto industry? Well, first off, I will say that me being a big V8 guy, and basically anyone that loves gas-powered engines and loves sounds like these...
The thing goes
are very ashamed. Ashamed in the sense that it takes so much more and it's so much more involved to get a car that fast, and then you run into reliability issues and everything. When Tesla basically puts a fucking Energizer bunny in a car and it destroys stuff that we've thrown 10 to 20 grand into. And yes, I know the Tesla is supposed to be around $200,000. However, there are no cars around the $200,000 price range that will match the Tesla Roadster's claimed specs. But hearing what the Tesla Roadster is capable of really scares me, because, you know, we have all this climate control stuff going on right now, so we're already given a bad name. And, you know, in California, you can't put anything on your car that's going to make it have less fuel economy or more smog than it would factory and all this stuff, when you have this car that's purely electric that just puts down such crazy time. So where is the future gasoline market headed to? Or diesel, in that matter, seeing, you know, how they unveiled their new semi-truck, which completely destroys diesel trucks. You know, there's something about the rumble of a V8, or, you know, the poppiness of a turbo 4-cylinder, or whatever be it, that really makes us love what we love. You know, if someone buys a Tesla, they can't do anything to it. You buy it, you own it, you drive it, and that's it. It's not very involved. You know, if you want to take it to the drag strip, you can strip out the interior, but that's about as much as you're going to do. You might buy new wheels for it, but that's about as much as you're going to do. They're just not that involved, and like, I love them. I'm glad they're around, but it's just scary, you know, what the future holds for people like you and I. I feel like driving a V8 is like having sex with Pamela Anderson back in the Baywatch days, as opposed to the Tesla Roadster, which is like having sex with one of those Japanese robotic dolls while you're wearing a VR mask. On one hand, you have to worry about taking them out to lunch and dinner and spending all this money, and you have to worry about STDs and all this stuff, but you just get this nice, good, wholesome feeling inside, and there's excitement. Whereas when you buy a Tesla, you know, you're going to a store, buying a machine putting a VR headset on and just having the life sucked out of you. I'm sure that was a terrible reference, but I'm going to go with it, so just act like it makes sense. So please, guys, let me know what you think of the Tesla Roadster down in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed my insight on this, and I'm really curious to see what you guys think of it. The news just broke this morning, so I wanted to get this video out and talk about it, and I can't wait to see it, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I've talked shit about it, but I'm excited at the same time. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you later.
I'm dropping in it, Skatopia. I'm getting drunk, I stay floating, bruh. Got Sperry's on, I stay boating, bruh. You full of shit, you stay bloated, bruh. The crowd's lit when I'm showing up. The mic's a hand grenade, so I blow it up. Your girl with the show, she showing love. You hating and still listen, you know it, bruh. Small circle, but I'm squatting up. White smile